I mean, I can't stand any cable news on either side because it's what I call, my friend calls, let me guess politics. Name any subject, let me guess where you're going to come out on this. And it's only reporting not the truth, but the narrative. The narrative. It's the narrative that you already believe. Now, I'm not saying there isn't truth in it. You're just leaving out the part that you don't believe. See, that's the thing about Fox News when they put me on their website. They'll watch a episode of Real Time, and then they'll only report on the 10 minutes that is the part that agrees with what their narrative is. They'll leave out the 50 minutes where I went after the conservatives and maybe made fun of them particularly, and they'll just put the part where I'm going after some of the craziness of the left. But there is so much craziness on the left. And
there's just craziness everywhere.
Yes, there is.
In our world.
But there didn't used to be this much, not nearly on the left. Nobody was talking about abolishing the police or getting rid of penises or whatever the fuck they're doing these days. 5 years ago. Things changed a lot in the last 5 years.
What changed it? What do you think it was that changed
Gen Z.
You have a problem with Gen Z.
Well, I
have a problem with bad ideas. I don't have a problem with
But there's always been bad ideas.
Or just differing ideas.
Well, let's discuss them and see what's different and what's just bad.
Well, you say Gen Z, because that's interesting.
What about abolishing the police? Is that just a different idea, or is that a bad idea?
But was there?
Well, let her answer the question, Counselor. Is that a different idea, or is that a bad idea?
I think it was misunderstood.
Misunderstood?
Defunding the police, you're talking about, right?
A third of people under 30 want to abolish the police.
I don't think that defunding the police was abolishing the police, and I think it was
They're two different things. Two different things.
I don't believe in abolishing the police. I believe in defunding
so bad idea.
I believe in defunding.
So that's a bad idea.
But I've never heard abolish the police.
I haven't either.
Well, I follow the news. That's my job.
There was abolish the police?
Of course. And I'm saying a third of people under 30 for abolishing the police.
Do you not think that it was misunderstood? The defunding the police was misunderstood or misinterpreted?
Well, I think it was a terrible phrasing of it.
I agree.
If you were talking about reallocating funds and a different kind of police training, I mean, I've said things about the police over the years nobody has ever said on television that they weren't very happy about. So it's not like the police doesn't need reform. I get that. But you do need police.
We do.
Of course.
I agree.
And most of them, I understand now why a lot of them are kind of having a case of a little bit of the blue flu, Yeah. Because after the 2020 protests, some of which turned into looting and riots, and certainly a lot of it was just vitriol aimed at the police. I don't blame a lot of them for saying, what happened to George Floyd was horrendous. I didn't do it.
Right.
There's this idea, another bad idea, that's more prevalent in the younger generations about collective guilt. I don't believe in collective guilt of any kind. I'm an individual. I'll take responsibility for what I do or what I've done. I don't like the term privilege. I think it's used way too much. I certainly understand why some struggling coal miner, when he hears some rich white kid talk about privilege, it's obnoxious.